Good morning. I think we'll get started. I'm going to share some cards and some things I made with the Violet Dreams Suite. Oh wow, 1.3 million acres at the last count. Wow, that is something. So we'll start. I'll show you the things that come in this suite. This is the card that I'm going to share with you today that I'm going to make. Isn't that pretty? It's just striking, I think. So we'll set that aside for a second and I'll show you just exactly what the suite consists of. So it's the framed violets stamp set and dies. And you can see the dies here too. And this bundle is just beautiful. It has nice sayings. I appreciate you, sending love, take care, happy birthday to you. And then it has this large scallop oval and a large oval and some leaves and flowers, and the dies are pretty too. And then it has this paper. And this is the paper that is so good. Okay, she can catch up later. Okay, so and so this is the paper. As you can see, it's beautiful. And of course, this is the other side, which is a pink striped or fresh freesia stripe. And then we've got this, which is the darker color, which is Secret Sea. And then you turn it over and it has these light little fresh freesia small flowers. And then these are the bigger flowers. And then this has a stripe that is on the diagonal. And this is, let's see, what color would this be? I think it might be berry blood. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the backing and see what the coordinating colors are. And well, those darling duckling, fresh freesia, gorgeous grape, hydrangea hue, that's what this color is. Peaceful pine, Secret Sea, and choking hazard. Okay, and then this is another beautiful piece, and then it has the peaceful pine in the background in this reverse side, and then here's this with the purple and the white flowers, and then it's got the Secret Sea dots. And then it has two sheets of these punch outs, and these are not stickers. I mean, yeah, not stickers. They're just punch outs. And so you just punch them out and use them on your projects. So anyway, I use some of these on the things that I made. So that's the suite. Oh, that's not all that's in the suite. The suite also comes with fresh freesia, 1/4 inch ribbon, and it's fresh freesia, 1/4 inch silk ribbon, not silk, anyway, pretty ribbon. And then it has these little I didn't open those, but it has these little, they're called adhesive backed blooms, and they're Highland heather, fresh freesia, and clear or white with little rhinestones in the center. So that's what the suite is. And of course you can buy them separately. You don't have to buy them together. So the card that I'm going to make is this card, and I will show you the measurements first, and then we'll get started. So I have a piece of Highland heather for the card base, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I keep putting it out of the screen, I'm sorry. And then for the inside, I have a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4, and then the Violet Dreams, which is the designer series paper, that's 4 by 3 and 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch for down here. And then I've used one of the stamps from the stamp set and stamped that and colored it with blends, Peaceful Pine and Highland Heather. And then we're going to need 2 pieces of Peaceful Pine. One is 4 5/8 by 3 inches. I know, aren't those cute? Diane says she loves the bloom adhesive. I know, they're so cute. And then we have another peaceful pine, 4 3/4 by 3 1/8. And then I cut 3 different designs at 1/2 inch, and I cut them 12 by 12, and then I just cut them in half so that they're not so hard to work with. So I'm going to be using these 3 to make the design. And so I'm going to lay them out here so I have them handy. And I'll show you how I do that. So we'll start with the 4 5/8 by 3 inch peaceful pine. And I'm actually going to use, I'm going to use my silicone mat, and I'm going to use glue for these. It seems to, you have room to, change, you know, to put them on so they're right. I mean, we've already got a thing that I will not be able to get off, so I don't want them too bad, too sticky. So we're gonna start with this piece, the pretty piece, and I'm actually going to go like this, and then I will bring this piece in like that. But I'm gonna start this one on the angle, and I'm just gonna add glue, a little bit of glue, and I'm going to go like that. Okay, then this one will go above that, and the reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to line them up, and I'm leaving just about 1/16 of an inch between, just so the green shows through. And then we'll do a piece that is the purple. Oops, got too much. Let me wipe that off. And see, I can move that a little bit if I don't get it right. And then the next one, we have 3 different prints, so I'm going to do the next one. And just rotate them. And this would, you know, you could use this with any of the designer series papers. Make this kind of card. I just think it's really quite stunning. Especially with the purple, because of course I love purple. And the next one is this one. See how easy that is? And to make something that's really stunning. I'll put that there. And then, oops, it stuck to my finger. And then we'll put this one, and that should get it. There might be one little, no, I think it's going to cover it all up. So there doesn't need to be another little piece there. There. Okay, we've got them all down. Now, I'm going to pick this up, turn it over, and then I'm going to just cut off the edges. I've got some glue, which I don't really want to get on my scissors. If your scissors get gluey, just use, get some of those little baby alcohol wipes. The alcohol, not baby alcohol wipes. Just get some alcohol wipes. You can get them on Amazon, a whole box for a ton, and they will clean your scissors up so well. I did that this morning with my little scissors because they were so full of glue. And so now I'm going to cut this side. You know what? I need to take the glasses off. Most people put their glasses on. I think the majority of people put their glasses on to see close up. I have to take mine off. I'm built wrong. So now we're going to take this side off. it's on there. Just a little bit more to cut off. And this one, there. So there's that piece. That was easy. And then, oh, I need just a little bit more glue here. This one is not sticking down. So, and I just take a little baby wipe and kind of wipe off the edge. So this piece will go onto the Peaceful Pine, and this one is, I'm going to turn this way, and the reason is so that it doesn't, I've got a little problem down there, so I'm going to trim that off. And okay, so this one will go here, and I'll use my seal to put that on. So we have 3 little ones here for last night and tonight. My son had to have a little surgery, and he had one of those lynx things put in his, oh yeah, that's a good idea. She says the adhesive remover takes the glue off quite well. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. So my son had one of those lynx things because of having GERD, and it's very unusual for them to break, but his did, and his twin also has it, and his broke, and they said that is just unreal because they don't break, but both of theirs did. So anyway, he's having that procedure, and we're keeping the 3 little ones. The older girls are in Chelan with their other grandparents. So this will go here. So I'll put some seal on that. Right like that. I'm going to offset it just because it's interesting. It doesn't always have to be straight on. I'm kind of a straight on person, but once in a while it's kind of nice to do something different. And then I took the Take Care, and I stamped that, and I used the dies that go with the Ouch set. That's has a Band-Aid in it, and this would cut out the Band-Aid, but I used that for the for this sentiment. So I'm going to stick that right here, and then I'm going to, I stamped this, which is from the stamp set. This right here, I stamped it and colored it in Highland Heather and Peaceful Pine, and I'm going to put that right here. I used, on this one, I used some of the cutouts and just added some flowers and leaves, and I should have bumped them up because they don't show very good. So then I decided to use this one, and I am going to use some dimensionals for it, just to pop it up a little bit, give it some dimension. And I colored it, as I said, with the Highland Heather and Peaceful Pine blends, and that goes really perfectly right there. I think that's much, stands out much better. And then I am not going to use the little adhesive back blooms. I'm going to use our In Color because I want to use the green, and there's no green in those other ones. So I'm going to use the green, and I'm going to put 2 large ones right here. Actually, I don't need another one there. I'm going to put it up here, I think. And we'll add a couple of these. Maybe we'll put a big one right here. And maybe another little one right over here. So, isn't that cute? And it's so simple. And then I'm going to put the inside in. And I will send this card to someone who shares. I appreciate anyone that shares. Hi, Diane. There's 2 Dianes on here. Diane Bennett from Sisters, who has also been under the fire watch, and Diane from Sacramento. So thank you both for joining. So there's the card. Very, very simple, but I think it's really quite stunning. Don't you? I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so now I'll show you the other ones that I made. I'll put this glue away before I get it all over everything. So there's a few that I had already made and even actually did in a Facebook Live using this Violet Dreams stamp set. I mean, Violet Dreams Designer Series paper. So this is the one I did that I used the scallop blooms, and I used this paper. So that's one. And then I had done this one. This one was for my stamp of the month. And I did this by, I cut the big one in hydrangea hue, and then I cut a white one and cut the center of the white out, and then I offset it. So you can, it shows up behind and really frames it, I think, well. And this one I also did as a Facebook Live. I used a Lazy Daisy embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, and then the postage, perennial postage, and I cut it out. I placed them all, glued them all down the pieces, and then I cut it out with the perennial postage dies, and then ran it through the Lazy Daisy. And then this one was one, I think I did this last week. This is that, this is the easel card, and I see I've got that crooked. My eyes must have been there. So anyway, you can see that it is an easel card. And then this is another one I did for my Scallop Wishes stamp of the month, and I just put those on there and used this paper, backed it with the pink stripe. And then these are ones I did yesterday. So this one is a fun fold, and it says take care and sending love. And what you do on this one, it also has a center. No, it doesn't. You take the 8.5 by 5.5, and you score it at 4 1/4, and then you cut these two to 1 inch, and then I glued that down and added the blue stripe, the hydrangea hue stripe, and then that's that beautiful ribbon. Let me get it back in the, I'm always doing that. Sorry. Get it back in the picture so you can see the whole thing. So then it opens up. That's where you write on. And then this one is using the new gingham. This is the in color gingham. So all the in colors have gingham, and there's 2 sides to it. And then I used one of the punch outs for the background here and added a little hydrangea hue behind it. And this was a punch out also. And then the happiest birthday wishes is from Phrases and Frames. And then this is one of those that has the center cut out. So when it stands like this, and what you do is you cut off the center part. Well, you cut off at 2 inches, and then this is also 2 inches. So you take out that center piece, and then this holds the 2 pieces together. So this is the scallop that comes with the set, and these are the little adhesive blooms. And this is scallop blooms, the scallop blooms dies. And then this one was actually a swap, and I don't know who it was from. It was outside of its bag, but I got this in a swap on our incentive trip. And I don't know if you've seen this one, but it's kind of like they call it a handkerchief cut. And so you cut in to here and then fold those back. And it says, have the best day, happy birthday. And it has one of the little adhesive back blooms. And then it's got the butterflies from Olive Flutter. But it's also got the Violet Dreams stamp, designer series paper. So anyway, what a beautiful, I mean, it's just, this set is so pretty, and you know, it's one of, I'm always saying, this is my favorite. Well, that's true at the time. Always something new coming up, but that's okay. I love it. So there's the cards, and I hope you enjoyed this. And you know, if you're interested in purchasing it, I would get it, the whole set, because the whole the whole suite because it just goes so well together, and they're just stunning and striking. And you can see tons of ideas on Pinterest because this has been one of the most popular suites in our new catalog. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great day. As always, I don't like to keep you too long, and I have 3 little ones that I want to go entertain and play with. So anyway, you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one.